What is good, y'all? It is AntoAntoAnto, and I'm back at it again with another video. If you're watching this, then it's December 17th, 2023, and today is my birthday. I'm turning 21 today. Y'all. And these are 20 meaningful things I've learned before age 21. Number 1. Be grateful for challenges and screw-ups. Out of my 20 years of living life, I have screwed up multiple times, sometimes in amazing, huge fashion. And I will always be grateful and thankful for these screw-ups because they allowed me to reflect on how I even got to the place where I screwed up. When you reflect back on your failures and your screw-ups, you're able to recognize how you got to that place. You reap what you sow, and how did I get this outcome? And that gives you the ability and the power to move differently. Move a different way that will bring a different outcome. And if you don't go through these challenges and these screw-ups, then you'll never change your ways. And some people screw up and they still don't change their ways. But luckily, I have, and I will always be grateful for these moments in my life when I did completely the wrong thing, because that set me on a course to be doing the right thing. You have to learn through your failures and your screw-ups. Number 2, the value of life. At 20 years old, I was able to learn the true value of my life and the value of living a life. Because if you're watching this video right now, you're living a life. This is all it is. This is all you have. You only get to be yourself once. And you only get to be yourself in this moment once. There's people who feel like they shouldn't be alive. You are more likely to not live a life than you are to live a life. This life is a gift. Being born is rare. And unless you have nearly lost your life or have lost a family member or someone close to you, you may not really grasp the reality of how important your life is. And honestly, I've been in situations where I've realized that this is all I have. I need to make the most out of this life. I need to make the most out of these moments. You're living a life. This life is a gift. You don't have this forever. Even the life that you're living right now, you may not be living this life that you're living today, tomorrow. Things can happen that fast. You need to be grateful for life. Number 3, what matters to me? At 20 years old, I asked myself, what matters to me in my life? And the number one thing that always comes to my mind is my family, my personal growth, the prosperity of my family, my loved ones, my friends. This is what matters to me in my life. You need to ask yourself, especially as a young person, what matters to you? What do you want for your life? This is important, because if you don't know what really matters to you, then you will do things that do not matter. You will waste your time and energy on things that you don't truly care about. When you find out what truly matters to you, it gives you direction. The 4th thing I've learned on this life journey is what is in my control and what is not in my control. The important thing about this is that when you let go of the things that aren't in your control, it's like setting yourself free. Because the only thing that you can control is your mind, your body, what you use your time, what you use your energy on. Things that you do, how you think, your actions, how you feel. Well, you can barely control that, but you can control how you respond to things. When you put your focus on what you can control, you find your power. Because the only thing that is in your power is the things that you can control. A lot of people try to live their lives and control people and control how the world is and all this shit. And they always fail, and usually there's a bit of evil. Because manipulation is a little bit evil. You could try to influence people. You could try to guide people, but control them, you can't. Even though you may try your best. But the power that you have is in what you can control. And when you realize that, when you figure that out, that is going to give you a different level of mindset, because you let go of all the shit that you can't control. I can't control the world. I can't control other people. I might as well focus on what I can control. Might as well let go and let be. Number 5, not to waste my energy. Now, this is kind of related to knowing what's in my control. Because if it's not in my control, I'm not going to waste my energy on it. I'm not going to waste thought on it. I'm not going to have these built up emotions on it. I'm not even going to allow it to take me on these emotional roller coasters. I'm not going to even think about it. I'm not going to put any energy, any entertainment, any kind of attention on it. I'm just not. And when you do this, you have a lot more energy to put into yourself, to pour into yourself, to pour into your family, to pour into your relationships, into your work. Do not allow things that are outside of your power and outside of what truly matters to you take your energy. Number 6, that you choose who you want to be. Life is a movie and you're the main character. And you have to choose who you want to be. You have to be able to adapt and can recreate yourself. The person that you were a year ago might have worked for the situation that you were in a year ago. But today, you have to be the best version of you for right now. And you allow yourself to create who you want to be. Who do you want to be? Because I remember a time when I was a version of myself that I didn't want to be. And now I'm me today. And to get here, I had to reflect and know that I don't want to be that girl. I don't want to be that girl. And that's when you find a vision of who you want to be. And that's when you start a process of getting there. Number 7, you are forever changing. Everybody, every day is forever changing, no matter if you want to or you know it or not. You're a new you. Every phase of your life, it's like the evolution of a person. You're naturally always changing because every day is a new day. New problems to solve. Are you a better version of yourself or are you a lesser version of yourself? When you're forever changing, you oftentimes change in ways that you did not intend to change. Because you have situations in life that are not always in your power. You have to allow yourself to adapt and grow and allow life to create you as it will. Number 8, to always seize the moment. You must always seize the moment. I learned that I always had to seize the moment when I allowed moments to be lost. When you feel like you wish to go back on a certain moment. In today's world, I live every moment like it's my last moment. I'm always doing my best. I'm always trying my hardest. And it's because these moments will be missed. We'll all look back on a younger version or a later version in our lives and go, damn. You have to look back at yourself and say, I lived every moment like it was my last. I did my best every chance that I got. So you can look back and be proud of yourself that you did seize the moment. When you go through life, the people in your life, the loved ones you have, you must seize the moment when you are with these people because they're all on a time clock. They're all on a time clock. You will lose someone close to you if you're not gone from this earth first. You must seize every moment that you have with them. You must be in the moment with these people. Absorb all the energy that you can get. Laugh, smile, make the best of these moments because they do not last forever. It is imperative that you seize the moment. Number 9, let go of the past. This is a hard lesson to learn. I think this is a learned lesson that you learn again and again and again. To let go of the past. To not live in the past. We oftentimes get stuck in the past. Always remembering and being nostalgic and being sad about how we lost this or how we lost that or all these things. You have to be able to let go of the past. Understand that you cannot live in the past because there's nothing that you could do about it and you cannot change it. You cannot change it and you cannot recreate those moments and have the exact same feelings and be in that exact same place again. I don't know if there's a time travel machine that works, but I don't have it. You probably don't have it either. Live in the now. You need to let go of the past. I had to learn that I need to let go of the past. And from that, I'm able to be set free and guide myself and push myself towards the future that I desire. Number 10, I've learned that only I control how I respond to things. Now, in this world and dealing with people and dealing with situations, you go through things that will make you feel feelings that are not preferred. You will get angry, you will get upset, things will break your heart, and people will break your heart, and people will disappoint you, and all of these things. Things will happen to you randomly that you had nothing to do about it, but it's just life. You are the only person that can control how you respond to these things. Situations in your life that happen for no reason, out of nowhere. It's in your power to control how you're going to respond. Are you going to respond in a way that you feel or think that is the most beneficial? That's going to resolve the issue? That's going to make a better outcome? Or are you going to respond in a way that's going to make it worse? Are you going to respond in a way that's going to be detriment to you and the people around you? I'm telling you right now, in my life, I deal with situations and people that make me very irritated. You in your head, you probably think about choke slamming a motherfucker. But honestly, you have to know, is that the right course of action? And it's something that I think as a maturing person, you kind of realize that you need to chill sometimes, that you can't go off on people. You kind of get some chill. I think it's a part of maturing. I always try to respond in the best way that I can at the time. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you don't want to be a nice person. Sometimes you don't want to be cool. Sometimes you want to get hot. You feel me? Number 11, accept people as they are. You can't change people, and people are the way that they are for reasons that you may never understand. You may never know. Accept people as how they are. And if you don't like it, move around. If you love it, keep it close. But accept people as who they are. Accept the person who wants to annoy you and get on your nerves. Accept them as an annoying person. Don't expect that they're somehow going to change even when you expose them. Don't expect people to change. Do not have any expectations for these people. Just accept them as how they are and who they are. And even with this, you'll have a greater level of acceptance within yourself. Accept yourself as who you are. And then you pick and choose who you want to be. But accept the person that you are today as the person that you are today. When doing this, you allow yourself to become the person that you want to become because you have a clear vision on where you are. Number 12, accept the world as it is. The beauty in accepting the world as it is also knowing that you can't control people. You can't control how they are. You can't control what happens on earth. Well, I know I can't. All these things that happen in the world, there is true evil and true hatred in the world. You can't control how people think. You can't control what people do. So it's no reason to put your attention there. As much evil and hatred there is in the world, there's just as much beauty, love, and goodness there is. And when you accept this about the world, you accept that we are on a fucking planet spinning around in space, bro. Do not let the world consume you in its drama. Find your peace in the world. Number 13, what discipline is. What discipline really is. When you look up the definition of discipline and you read what it says, yes, that's the definition, that's the meaning, but when you truly experience what discipline is, what discipline feels like, that's when you truly know what it is. And through my fitness journey, I've truly learned what discipline is. Discipline is when it's 12 o'clock at night and you just got done hanging out with your family, having a good time, and everybody's off to bed, you hitting the weights. When we on vacation and we going outside, about to go to the beach, about to get in the pool, about to go to sleep, and you're hitting the weights. You're doing push-ups. That's what true discipline is. Discipline is doing what you need to do, doing what you're supposed to do, doing whatever you put your mind to, whenever, wherever, doesn't matter, it needs to be done. No matter how I feel. This is one of the most beautiful things that you can ever learn. When you put a task upon yourself, not something that because they put your name on a schedule, or because it's law to go to school, when you give yourself a task, a challenge, something to do, something to overcome, something to create. And you tell yourself that this is the mission, and you attack it at every time that you're supposed to attack it, no matter how you feel, no matter what's going on, no matter what time it is, no matter where you are. That is true discipline. Number 14, to be strong. Now, just not strong in the build, but mentally strong, strong-willed. If you allow your weak side to control your life, the side of you that is afraid, the side of you that is insecure, you're gonna lose. You need to be strong-willed. You need to believe in yourself. Believe and know and have faith that whatever you want, you can have. And this is something I've learned. This is something that I've learned because I know that I have a weak side. I have a side of me that wants to do nothing, that wants to be lazy. And I have to conquer the weak side of me to allow the greatness inside of me to shine. Number 15, to not give a fuck. Like literally to not care about what people are going to think or how people feel about whatever you're going to do. When you let go of these things, when you say, I don't give a fuck, I'm going to do what I'm going to do, what's best for me, and I'm not going to allow anyone to deter me off my mission, that's a different kind of power. Because you also have to know that you do not control how people think. You cannot control how people feel. They all have these things because of how they are in their life and their history and all these things. And when you just let go and you just be like, bro, I don't give a fuck what anybody says, what anybody thinks. And you do you at the best of your ability. You cut out the noise. You stop listening to people. I don't care what anybody has to say. I need to listen to myself right now. Only person I'm talking to is God. When you think like this, when you stop caring, it's like the weight lifts off of your shoulders. Yes, thank God. Because why should you give a fuck anyway? When you're striving for greatness, you cannot let people who you don't even wish to be like, do not even set an example for you, control or even have an effect on what you do and how you move. Number 16, to find the silver lining. This is something that I've learned to do that maybe I didn't even need to learn to do. Maybe it was something naturally inside of me. I've always been a naturally optimistic person. And when I tell you, finding the silver lining will help you throughout this life journey as it did me, and just always in every situation, something bad happens. My mind automatically goes, why was this a good thing? Even if I don't know exactly how, I will make something up. I missed the bus, I missed the train or something. I could be thinking about the past, everything that I could have done, and I should have got ready faster. I tell myself, that train probably was going to derail, bro. If I got on that train, it could have derailed. That bus, it probably was going to crash if I was on it. It was meant to be for me to not be on that bus. That's what I would tell myself. You got to find the silver lining. If you can't find one, you better create one right now. Finding the silver lining, the purpose of doing that is just to have a positive feeling of having something positive about the situation. Even though the situation could have been negative, we need to find something good that we can focus on instead of being drained by the negative situation that happened. Number 17. I've learned that it is okay to cry. It is okay to be vulnerable. I grew up in a household and with family that I was told to be strong, don't cry, tears are a weakness. And I've learned that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to tell people how you feel. It's okay to be real, because if the feelings are felt, then the feelings are valid. This is something that it took me 20 years to learn. It's okay to be confrontational. You have to be able to tell people how you feel. If you're not able to tell people how you feel and you're not able to express your feelings, then that's your true weakness. Your weakness isn't that you can't tell me how you feel, or you can't be confrontational and tell somebody else how you feel. Your weakness is that you can't accept your feelings. I know that was mine. Felt insecurity about the way that I felt. When I felt certain feelings, I felt like that's something I shouldn't feel. It's not a way. I shouldn't feel that way. But it's not about if you shouldn't feel a certain way. It's the fact that you do feel a certain way. And you need to address it, and you need to be able to be real with yourself and honor your feelings. And this is something that took a long time to learn. Number 18. I learned the power of music. I learned the true power of music when I was going through a breakup, and the only thing that I listened to was breakup songs. You learn the power of music because you realize that whatever the music is talking about, whatever it is expressing, you will literally find a way to connect to it when you're listening to it. When someone is rapping about getting high and smoking weed and doing drugs and getting lit, part of you is like, I want to do that. Let's go do that. Music is influential. You have to be aware of the type of music that you're consuming and how it's affecting you, what they're talking about. That's why I only listen to great music made by great artists, because I'm Anto the Great, and I want to fill my life and my music with just greatness. My playlist, just great music, timeless music. If it ain't timeless, it's mindless. Number 19. I learned to never take love for granted. Never take love for granted. Never take the relationships that you have for granted. Never think that you can find a connection or find a spark or find the type of relationship that you have with one person. Never think that you can have that with another person. Understand that connection, relationships are one of a kind. And they cannot be exactly replicated anywhere. In any human. I used to think that we could find a new person. We could go anywhere. We could go out in the world and we could find someone else. We could find new friends. We could find new boo. Like that, and be in a nice, happy relationship. But no. This is far from the truth. The relationships that you have with your family, your friends, the relationships that you have with your spouse or your partner, these connections, they're one of a fucking kind. The best relationships that you have, the most compatible and meaningful relationships that you have, they're one of a kind. Don't take these things for granted. Be in the moment and cherish every moment that you have with the people that you have relationships with. They're not easily replaceable as you may think they are. Number 20. I've learned patience. Patience is so powerful because to have patience is to have faith. When you have faith, you can be patient. There's no reason to be impatient when you know what you want is on its way. When you know what you've been working for is coming your way, when you're about to collide with it in the time-space continuum or whatever, when you know that it's coming, you have faith. You're able to be patient about it. It's on its way. I'm getting there. You can sit back and relax like it's a plane ride. And patience is a true strength. Patience is a true strength. When you're impatient, it feels like being out of control. It feels like things aren't coming on time. When you realize things are happening exactly when and how and where they're supposed to happen, and you have faith in yourself that whatever you are trying to make happen is actually in the works, then hey, you can sit back and enjoy the fucking ride. I've learned patience, and I've always been a very impatient person. I'm still a impatient person sometimes. I find myself being like, oh my God, I don't want to wait. And I tell myself, chill. You're on your way. It's happening. It's cooking. Nothing that comes fast is ever good. Nothing that comes fast is ever good, bro. McDonald's, when you go through that driveway and you take your order and 5 minutes later you at the window and they give you a bag of food, it's never as good as the food that you get on Thanksgiving that Granny has to cook the night before. You have to be patient. The best things are things you gotta wait for. You have to wait for. The best things have to marinate. That's the truth. Nothing good comes fast. great things need time to marinate. Need time to cook. You feel me? If you made it to the end of the video, I want to say thank you. And I'm glad that we can be in this moment together, because honestly, I love this. I love what we're doing on this channel right now. We going to the fucking moon. I put that on everything I love. I just know it in my heart and my soul. It's in alignment. We going to the moon. I love y'all. If you fuck with the video, let me see there's some likes down below. Make sure you comment and tell me something that you learned at the age of 20, 21. I need to know. Teach me a lesson. I want to hear from y'all. I love y'all. And with that being said, I'm outie like a belly button. Peace.